Hello. Hi everyone again, it's Claire again. I just can't stay away, but there's a point to this one as well. I've made a few videos now. Most of them are trash, all of them are trash, but I've been trying to answer questions that are actually useful and talk to you guys in a way that's more organic than just type emoji. So I've been trying to make videos about things that a lot of you seem to be interested or curious about with me. And so, while I did promise a fic rec video where I'm just screaming at the camera about what I love, I am going to put that on pause while I still gather my thoughts for it, because I have a lot of thoughts about fic. And instead just kind of keep going on the other requested video I get, which is just a weird sentence to say. People request things. I don't know, it's weird. Which is going to be, what's my fic called? Holy fuck. What's it called? Cock. Gods and Monsters. Gods and Monsters. Yes. Okay, sorry. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a fic chat about Gods and Monsters. Just shoot me. Put me out of my misery. Okay, I actually am going to start off, though, with a question in particular that I'm going to read, because I got it this morning while I was eating my orange, and I was like, my, this is very nice, but it also kind of pertains to the way I just kind of started Gods and Monsters, why I decided to write the fic that way, and why it came to be, and why I kind of hate it. But yeah, so someone who is way too nice to me said this. Hi, love. I know you get these a lot, but I want to thank you for your continuously incredible work. As someone who tends to read fics with smut as the end game, my favorite thing is to return to your writing time and time again. It's always so pure and often makes this jaded girl believe in something as rare and mythical as true love. Thank you for showing love to be sacred, difficult, and absolutely possible, even between flawed characters. It means a lot and is always very much appreciated. So, thank you, first of all, anonymous person. You are way too nice, but very, very lovely to say such a thing to a stranger, and I appreciate it very much. So I love you too. Did you say I love you? Well, I love you too. But I want to start with that because I think that's the big thing that in fics I enjoy mostly writing about, maybe even more than reading about, is exactly what you said, how love is difficult and how it can be possible between flawed people. And that's kind of what I zero in on, because I'm just mostly well, I'm flawed. Let's be real. I'm very flawed. And the people I love are flawed. And it's just not, I can't really relate to fluff, I guess. Maybe that's one of the reasons I don't like it, is just because I'm I can't relate to this. I'm not sane all the time. And I'm not level-headed or everyone's sleeping with everyone, the whole world. I can't relate to that. I can't relate to a lot of aspects of certain things in fics. So I just kind of focus on, this is kind of a fucked up person who's not the best person, but they're still good. They just have a lot of flaws, and they're going to fall in love with someone else who is not perfect, who is not a role model, and their love isn't necessarily a role model, but they're still in love and it's possible, and they can make something that works for them. And that's kind of just how I view love in general in my life. So I kind of focus on it. If it's going to be a long fic, or even just instinctually, that's kind of my go-to. So that was the basis of Gods and Monsters. It was going to be about a really fucked up love. It's fucked up. It's not great, but it's just sort of going into it. I thought of it as the reverse of Young and Beautiful. I thought of it as now it's Louis, and it's told from his perspective. So it's kind of how YMB wasn't told from Harry's point of view, and you're just kind of what's going on with this guy the whole time? Well, now it's from Louis' perspective. He's the one that's got all the shit, and he's the one telling it. So it's his eyes of someone, his warped sense of love or what have you, and how it morphs into something that he actually understands and applies. So that was kind of my goal. It was just the inverse, in a way, of Young and Beautiful, and it was based off of Dangerous Liaisons / Criminal Intentions, and I just wanted to it was really internal again, a very character-driven internal fic. There's a lot of wordy bullshit. I don't really, I don't know, I guess I don't think too fondly of it, because I'm just sort of it's just so heavy to me, and it's just so much to swallow, to chew on. It just seems too dense. And Harry I didn't really love because I think he's kind of boring, but still, it was just sort of like, it was about Louis, basically. The whole fic was just about Louis, and I wanted him to just kind of change in a way that took him off guard. And I wanted him to undergo love and redeem himself somehow and keep that love. Because he's dysfunctional, and Harry, you don't know too much like what Harry's thinking or how observant he is or what he knows is going on or what have you, but like in my head from the beginning, Harry realized Louis was following him around and whatnot. He realized he was there. He had an eye on him. He'd heard about Louis. It wasn't like Louis kind of went into it thinking like, this kid has no idea who I am. I'm so sly and sneaky and blah blah blah. And Harry was suspicious from the beginning, but also willing to give him benefit of the doubt because he knows that he himself is sort of interpreted differently. He's always, people loved him naturally. He was just very charming and likable, but he didn't feel that kind of likability. Like, he didn't really feel as charming and sociable with others. He didn't really connect with anyone. And so he was kind of like, well, everybody kind of sees me in a way that's not totally accurate, so this person could be. Like, he was just very benefit of the doubt. And reading Louis, he trusted his instincts. And he was right, obviously, because Louis really was falling in love with him, and then they loved each other. And it was just like, it's hard because it's hard writing something when you know people are going to read it, because you're just the whole time, you're like, I'm fucking up. Like, I know this is not a role model perspective of love. I know this is not a role model, idea. And it's like, it's really difficult to write something on a public platform because, people sometimes read things and it's like that's something that they kind of adopt. Like, especially with YMB, like, people see that Harry and they're like, I want that. And you're like, no, you shouldn't want that. But it's just like, I don't write these things like to have like some kind of ideal of romance. I write them because it's just like experiences I felt, or just like, it's like, I guess it's mostly just me. It's like my internal what I need to write. And usually it's just about like aspects of me, and hope for people who kind of maybe feel so like weird and unconventionally not love romance, that they're like, I don't think I'll ever really find that, but then they do. I don't know. I'm kind of having difficulty explaining anything right now, but it's just that Gods and Monsters, I cringe a little bit because it's just like, I really wanted to play it as safe as I could while still being true to like what I wanted to just kind of, I wanted it fucked up. I really wanted it gritty and fucked up, because that's just what resonates with me. And I wanted it to end in a place where they both willingly were in this relationship, knowing everything about each other, and still wanted to fight for it and love each other and be good to each other, as good as they could be, So that's what I wanted. And so I knew that, Louis did a terrible thing and lied to Harry about everything and whatnot. And I don't think he would have really been redeemable if he didn't tell the story, at least in my eyes, I think. So I had to do it from his perspective for that reason as well. And so, like, the last chapter, I don't know if any of you read it as a work in progress, but that was, like, the hardest chapter to write because it was really fucking long, first of all. And second of all, I was, like, it was angst fest. I was, like, drained, typing at the computer, just like, I need alcohol. Like, oh my God, it was just so physically and emotionally draining to write like that much emotion, because it had to be fucking gut-wrenching in a sense, because like it basically was Louis having to like strip everything he'd built up for years and years and like dig in places he didn't know existed, and just like basically pull out his intestines and organs to Harry and be like, this is the truth and this is all I have, and I am sorry, and this is it. Like, I'm not coming to you necessarily for a reason of like, forgive me, take me back, but I just need to come to you to let you know that I do love you. I don't want you to think anything different, that I do love you. And it was Harry being like, I am dead, resurrecting himself and finding peace with Louis. And it wasn't necessarily about them getting back together. It just had to be Harry like understanding, and Louis like understanding, and Louis getting better on his own without needing Harry to be the exact reason to become a better person. Like, he needed to do it on his own without Harry, poking his ass that was a bad phrase, but but yeah. So this is gonna end soon because I talk again too much, but yeah, that's like a little snippet of Gods and Monsters.